Dahale N, Hoshing, vidyalay, Jamkhed. Students, today we are going to study about the poem in our textbook. The poem is The Little River. First of all, we are going to read the poem loudly. Read with me. The Little River. Our little river is meanders along. In summer, the water is only knee deep, and cows and carts can cross it with ease. For the banks, though high, are not too deep, no signs of slim, and sand shine bright. On one store cast fields blossom white. Chirping miners through that side, the jackal's howl is heard there at night. Across lies groves of mangoes and palm, the village priests dwell in their cool shade. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank, splashing with their gumchas as they wade. And dusk and dawn, once their bath is done, they deep washes close to small fish. To their household tasks the wives returns, having used river sand to scrub. In Ashar clouds gather the water rise, the river sinks split and current grows strong. The air is rife with babbling sounds as the muddy torrent swirl along. The woods on shore stir of life again, and our village wakens to celebrate the rain. The woods on shore stir of life again, and our village wakens to celebrate shore. Our little river meanders along in summer. The water is only knee deep. Means the river, our river, meanders along like a serpentine in summer. The water is only a knee deep, and that knee deep water, cows and carts can cross it with ease. The water is knee deep, and cows and carts can cross it easily. For the banks though high are not too deep. Banks that time in summer, banks are not so high. No sign of a slimy, and the sand shine bright. On one shore cast fields blossom white, chirping miners through the side. At that smile, that scene, the no sign of smiles, the sand shines bright. That time the sand was shining very bright because of the sunlight at the summer season. No slimy, the banks of the river was not so deep, and the sand is shining brightly. On the other shore, on one shore, cast fields blossom white. The bank of the river with the cast fields, and that cast fields blossom white. Cast fields means cast is a kind of a grass, that grass having the white feather like flowers, and the blossoms of that flowers were on that cast grass. Chirping miners through that sight. For that sight, miners were chirping or singing the song. For that season or in that sight, the miners were happy and chirping the song. The jackal owl is heard there at night. On that side, the jackal was happy, and jackal was making a voice. Owl means voice of jackal at the night time. Across lies groves of mango and palm, the village priests dwell in their cool shade. Near that river bank there grows a mango and palm trees. In that palm trees shade, the village priest was dwelling in that cool shade. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank, splashing with their gumjas as they wade. So small children, girls and boys were playing in that knee deep water and splashing the water on each other's with their gumchas. Gamcha means the kind of a cloth. At dusk and dawn, once their bath is done, they dip washcloths to trap small fish. When they completed their bath with the cloth, they dip washcloth to trap small fishes. With their wet clothes, they can turn the wet clothes into deep and trap the fishes. Try to trap the small fishes in that clothes. To their household tasks, wives return having used river sand to score each dish. When household wives were completed their household works, they returns to the river to score the dish. Each dish means they wash their pots on the river using the sand of the river. In Ashar clouds gathers and water rises. The river in spite the current goes strong. In the Ashar season means in the rainy season, the clouds were gathered in the sky, and when the rains heavily, the water rises its height. The river in spite the current grows strong. When water flows heavily, the current of the water was high at that time. The air is rife with bubbling sounds, and when current was strong of the water at that time, the air ripe with the bubbling sounds. It means water gushes, water was flowing fastly through the river, and at that time the bubbling sound created by the river. As the muddy torrent swirl along, that time when new water from the rain comes to the river, the water is like a mud. That's why the poet here says that the muddy torrent swirls along. The muddy water was flowing with the river. The woods on shore stir of life again, and when the river was flowing fastly, the water increases in the river. That time the woods on the shore gets the life, and they having the new life, and our village weakens to celebrate the rain. At that time our villagers can celebrate the rain in the Ashar season, when water level increases and the water is flowing, muddy water is swirling along, flowing, torrent swirls along, the woods ashore stir of life again, and our village weakens to celebrate the rain. At that time our village can celebrate the Ashar season. Stay home, stay safe.